this is Dr. Mark Kosman, the host of Business Spotlight Interviews, with another Business Spotlight interview for you. I was downtown in Center City, Philadelphia recently, and I met with Dr. Shireen Malik, owner of Nicholas Cosmetic Dental Center, and we spoke about a whole lot of different ways that you could be using marketing strategies to build a private practice, to build a professional practice. Now, hers is a fairly young practice, a year and a half or so, into the process of building up a new practice. We talked a lot about video, we talked a lot about social media, and looked at a whole lot of different strategies that I think you're going to find very helpful. Now, don't think that this is only applicable to a dental practice. This is all about any kind of professional service practice. There's even ways that all of this can be applied to a product-based company. So take a listen to this Business Spotlight interview segment. Today I'm in Center City, Philadelphia at the office of Dr. Shireen Malik, and this is a dentistry office. So tell us a little bit about your dental practice.
Okay, so ours is a general dental office. We were established last year, so it's been in April, so it's been like a year and a half. It is a very modern practice, and we have all the modern facilities. As you said, it is situated in the Center City, Philadelphia, so it's a very nice location. And our practice has been built keeping in mind, patients don't want to just go to see a dental office and have your regular medical building, but they want to have more like a relaxed atmosphere. So that's what we've tried to incorporate in our practice. We take individual care of our patients starting from the moment they come in. We pay our full attention to them, take care of what they need, and then we have all the modern technology to check their teeth and offer them all kinds of services which are available, to whether it's cosmetic or if they have functional or any pain. So we go, we tailor the treatment plan according to the needs of the patient. And of course we've paid a lot of attention on our environment, which is very, very relaxed for the patient, so they feel like they're taken care of, they're heard, and also it's in a very non-threatening and non-scary atmosphere.
And we spent a bunch of time talking about how video can be used in the growth and development of a professional practice. So I'm going to go through 5 great reasons why you should be using video to market your professional practice. So here's the first one. Putting a human face on what otherwise is going to be a professional category. When people are out there searching on the web for a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, a candlestick maker, if you're marketing to the profession, then people have their preconceived notions and they think they know what you do. Video allows you to meet and greet that person, show your personality, show the warmth, and connect with them. So watch this first segment.
Again, you could try the video marketing where the dentist doesn't look so scary.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, one of the most powerful things about video is that people can see
they can connect with you before coming in the office.
Right.
So they all come to know, like, oh, she's not that scary.
She's not going to throw me in the chair with a drill. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and maybe you can put up a video about your office, showing them the facility, see what all you have available. And I think right now is because it's very important to keep it up with the time, and also let the people know, like, it's mostly through internet, like we have all these services available. You make yourself more accessible to the patient.
Well, yeah, there's a very old saying in the world of marketing which says people like to work with people that they know, they like, and they trust.
Yeah. So
and the problem with most professionals is, of course, they don't even get a chance to think about whether they know, like, and trust you until they're already here.
Yeah.
So
true.
Using video allows you to sort of step out of your office and be visible in the moment that those 97% are out going to that Google search and not just seeing a website and text, and because then it's very hard to compare one dentist to another, right? I mean, you don't get a sense of personality or things like that.
Yeah, so. I mean, I have a lot of patients who are these are the patients who are very, very apprehensive to going to the dentist, and then they tell me, oh, I saw you, I went on the website, I looked at your picture, you didn't look scary, so I thought I'd come in.
Well, it almost sounds funny, but it's a very powerful thing. I mean, when you're afraid, I mean, all the little cues are the things that help to reassure you. So, just seeing that, okay, it's going to be a nice, quiet place. You can't see the aromatherapy on the video, but you can talk about it, and you can tell people that, you're creating this nice, comfortable, soothing environment for them. So. Now, the second great reason that you should be using video to promote your professional practice is not just about the engagement and the warmth and the humanity that you get to show, it's also about how you're going to get found online. People are searching for solutions to the problems that they're experiencing. And video is a great tool to get you found online. So listen to this next section. You know, it's interesting. I mean, one of the things that we're often trying to do with video beyond what we're talking about right now, I mean, we're talking about, you know, making the professional accessible and human and warm and people connecting to, but part of it is also getting found in the first place. Like we said, people are out there searching, and a lot of the work that we've found works well with video is not even the video that you put on your website. It's spreading that video all over the place. So social media is one place, and there's of course YouTube and lots of other video sharing sites. And what that seems to do is that Google finds all of these different bits that are on the search term. So if somebody's trying to educate themselves about veneers, if you've got 5 or 6 little video components that are questions and answers that you've answered about that, it positions you as the expert, you know, so they see you speaking intelligently as we're doing right now, and then they say, oh, okay, this person really knows what they're talking about. It's not a sales pitch, and when you do lots of it, Google starts to pile it all up, and so you start to really kind of dominate the search terms in a way that doesn't really happen if you're just putting it on your website, because Google looks at all of it on your website and says, well, that's all in one place. Yeah. When it's in 10 or 15 different places, suddenly it looks like other people are talking about your website or about your practice, and so that's one of the useful things about it. So. Reason number 3 that you should be using video, certainly on your website, is to answer the kinds of questions that people have so that you don't have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. Frequently asked questions, educational content about different procedures or products that you offer in your practice. Listen to this segment here.
We have educational videos for patients regarding procedure and stuff. Nothing about me. I have a picture so they can see what I look like, but not me talking, but we have
educational videos, so you have things where people can look things up and know what is an implant and that kind of thing.
So they they know the procedure. And of course when the patients come in, we also have educational videos over here. So if I'm talking about the pictures speak louder than words, and then if I show them a video, they totally understand what it is, and it doesn't. For example, in an implant, a lot of people are scared, oh, it's just gonna go in my bone. It is a very, very simple procedure. An implant surgery is done in half an hour, so it's nothing to be scared of, and people are so scared of it. It's in my bone.
Sure, because when you hear it, it sounds intimidating. You're going to drill a hole in my bone? Of course you already have the hole in your bone, but
so that way, a video really helps, because then it doesn't look that scary. And I think implant is the easiest thing to do. I feel like maybe root canal is a little more difficult than the implant. But it's so much misinformation out there that people are so scared of it, but it's the easiest thing to do.
Right, so Reason number 4 why you should be using video to promote your professional practice, in a word, testimonials. Testimonials are very powerful tools for showing social proof and showing that people like you, trust you, and want to do business with you. Video testimonials are way more powerful than written testimonials. People are looking straight in the eye of the person who's watching, and they are showing emotion and facial expression. But even if you only have written testimonials, here are some cool ideas about how you can generate video content out of written testimonials or reviews that are being posted online. So have a listen to this part of our interview. Another thing that video is good for, but other ways too, which is getting testimonials. Is that something that you can do in dentistry? I know some professions are a little, they're uncomfortable asking a patient for a testimonial, but can you do that?
Yeah, it's true. You are kind of uncomfortable asking for testimonials, but we have this ZocDoc where the patient books, so they themselves send them an email to write about their experience.
To write a little review.
And you can write something, or you can just give us like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, starting from the lowest to 5 being the highest. It makes them easy for them, and then it comes on the website. The testimonial. So that way it's kind of third party. So even we don't feel like, oh, can you give us a review? And then it just goes to them after they've made the appointment. What did you think about your appointment?
Yeah. One of the things we've been doing that's kind of fun is taking written testimonials like that, or written reviews, and making videos out of them. I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a style of video that they call it whiteboard animation or scribe video, where you're looking at a video and it's sort of like a hand is drawing and writing things out.
Yes, I have.
So we take written testimonials and we use that kind of technology to create a scribe, and with images and music, and kind of bring that testimonial to life. But also then it allows us to put it out out on the web so that people can find it outside of the ZocDoc or Google reviews where it's sort of in that spot. But putting it out there is just a...
Plus, I'm also gonna start to make, like, with our cosmetic cases, we are going to start doing is to do video testimonials of the patients
before and after, absolutely,
or just what their experience is after the treatment is done.
Reason number 5, and it comes right out of the conversation about testimonials, is storytelling. People are wired to remember stories much more than they are to remember random information. So telling a story is a powerful way, and a video is always telling a kind of a story. There's a beginning and a middle and an end to what's going on. In a testimonial, I had a problem, here's the great solution I got, here's how much happier I am. Beginning, middle, end. It's a story. So use storytelling as a powerful way to develop your private practice or your professional practice, and you will find that video is a great way to do that. So that's reason number 5.
I think it's a great idea, because one of the things that makes things memorable for most people is if it's in the form of almost a story. So when people, that's one of the nice things about testimonials, is that people are really telling a short story. This was my problem, this was the great service I had, now I'm very happy. I mean, if you think about it, that's like a little story.
Yes, it is.
And people remember that much better than pure information. It's just kind of human nature, I guess. We've been, since caveman era, we've been telling stories around the campfire kind of thing, and our brain is wired that way. So, when you go through school, that's why learning is so hard when it's, having to memorize things. So.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people learn faster if they see it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of this wacky thing called social media? Unless you've been living under a rock, I think you probably have. Professional practices for eons have marketed themselves through word of mouth, and word of mouth is still a great way to get probably the highest quality referrals you'll ever get from satisfied clients that you've had in the past or from other professionals who are referring to you. But social media is where word of mouth is now taking place. It's where the conversation is going on between networks of people now. It's not one-on-one, it's one-on-one with an audience and people overhearing. So you want your business and your professional practice to be engaging in social media in an intelligent way. So think about social media when you think about word of mouth put on steroids. So let's look a little bit more at how one particular practice here is working with some social media ideas.
And then, are you doing anything at all? People love and both hate social media and things like that. I mean, it's been argued that social media really is the new word of mouth. You were talking about word of mouth, but of course, friends and people talk to each other about their experiences in their social networks. Some professionals are using social media a lot, some are not. So I noticed you have a Facebook sign over there, like us on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to build up with Facebook. I think Facebook can be an important tool to promote. I'm still trying to find my way with Facebook for the office. I mean, we've tried. I feel like you have to get the people to like on Facebook. People are lazy, I have to say. So we have to first try to build an audience. So that is sometimes challenging, but you do get deals and promotions on Facebook. You can print off your coupon off of Facebook. So that's a good, and sometimes you just have good deals going. For example, you get thousands of dollars knocked off of Invisalign, or for bleaching.
Right.
So that is all posted on Facebook. So I mean, we just need to encourage the people.
Well, exactly. I mean, I think that's one of the hard things about
everybody is on Facebook.
Right, and everyone's saying the same thing. Like me on Facebook, but on the consumer side, you look at these signs and you're like, but why? why do I like you on Facebook? So to make it clear, if you like us on Facebook, we have certain special promotions that we only put out there, and we have some fun information about things. If you can put out some educational content, people really need a reason.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, that's what I said. I'm finding my way still. I'm trying to see
we all are.
Yes. Because there's so much out there.
Absolutely.
Now I know that you've heard somewhere along the line that your professional practice should be blogging. Blogging is a very powerful tool. People go online to search for expert information. They don't want to be advertised at, they don't want to be sold to, they want to buy, but they first want to encounter the information, the expertise that you can put out there. And a blog is just a very powerful tool. You have your own publishing platform when you launch a blog, and you can put all kinds of content on there. We're talking video, we're talking written, we're talking podcasting. All of that can be run through your blog. So let's look at a couple of ideas here about how a professional practice can be using blogging to build an audience, to engage, to show expertise.
Absolutely.
Like I have a blog, so I try to write, you know, what I want to speak to my patients, I try to write in the blog, trying to give them information, because sometimes patients are just misinformed. For example, a lot of patients come to me and say, oh, I need composite veneers, and I'm like, no, you know what, it's gonna wear off, it's gonna break, it's not, it's gonna you know, leach the color. If you have wine, it will get stained, so might get ceramic. And they said, but it's so much cheaper. I said, no, but it's not worth your,
but you get what you pay for. I mean,
it's
in a
not
sense.
worth your time. So, you know, to explain to patients really like what's the difference, because there's so much information out there. So I try to write on my blog and tell the patients like, this is you know, what I think is right information for them. They should know and make an informed decision before like going and paying money for something which is not going to last them in the long run, and they'll be like, and they'll end up doing for example, the ceramic veneers and then paying double.
And right, exactly. So, you know, an inexpensive deal that doesn't give you what you want is not a deal at all, right?
Not a deal at all. And then you end up paying for the other thing, and then you've paid more. And so that's what I try to.
So on the blog, I'm curious, I mean, there are so many different ways that people do blogs. I mean, are you actually answering questions that people, you know, or you're picking topics, or how do you go about creating your content for the blog?
Well, I am picking topics which I think I would like to talk to and educate my patients regarding. If I'm posed a question, I would answer that for sure, but usually I pick a topic which I think is like there's a lot of confusion out there. I try to see what my patients, you know, talk about, and then what they're confused about. There's a lot of misinformation, so I'll pick a topic, write about it, and tell them, listen, this is what you need to see, and that's the right information about it. So that's how I go about the blog.
Okay. Well, I can tell you're building a wonderful practice here, and it sounds like you have some great ideas about how you're building it up. And so I thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us here and create another great little business spotlight interview. So if you're in Center City and you want some great dentistry from a non-scary dentist who's going to take very good care of you,
Nicholas Cosmetic Dentistry.
Nicholas Cosmetic Dentistry, and it's Dr. Shireen Malik.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.